In a scrappy battle in the West, Denver took Game 3 last night with a 5-point win over Dame Doll and the Blazers in Portland. The Trailblazers struggled from beyond the arc despite Dame leading all scorers with 37. Max Kellerman, I'm looking at you here. What is the story of the night for you on this one?
It's Jokic, and you know, it's gotten to the point where people are talking about he shouldn't be the MVP because he's not an all-time great. Yes, he is. Jokic is playing at all-time great levels. He does it all the time. What was it last night? 36, 11, and 5 on 50% from the floor, better than 50% from 3 and perfect from the line. I mean, this dude is the most skilled, certainly combination of skills like passing, shooting, and he can also score down low ever. His passing is ridiculous. He's an all-time great passer and an all-time great player in his prime. He's going to win MVP, and he deserves it. And I think when we look at this series, without Jamal Murray, it's a shame he's not playing because who knows what Denver could do with Jamal Murray. The Aaron Gordon trade worked out great, and Jokic is making him a better player, and he's already very good. But I think it comes down to people believe that Damian Lillard is an all-time great in his prime and will make the Hall of Fame. And when it comes down to it, Dame will get past Jokic. I don't think so. I think when it comes down to it, Jokic is getting past Dame. He was the story of the game. He's the story of most games he plays in.
So you switching your pick? You picking Denver to win this series?
I'm not switching. I had Denver.
I thought you picked Portland. I picked Portland in 7. I thought you picked Portland in 7.
Denver in 7, I'm pretty sure.
Okay. That's not why I'm looking this way, Max. I'm not looking this way because I'm upset by anything you said. I'm looking this way because I'm depressed. I'm kind of hurt right now. You see, when I thought about that game last night, I wasn't thinking about Jokic. I was thinking about Austin Rivers.
It was good.
Austin Rivers, a really good guy, a good player who shouldn't have been sitting at home unemployed, waiting for his phone to ring before he had to accept a 10-day contract. Coming into the game last night in the fourth quarter, dropped 16 of his 21 points in the fourth quarter, 4 threes. Jokic said, Austin Rivers won the playoff game for us last night. Now, why would that depress me, Max Kellerman? Where the hell was Austin Rivers playing earlier this season? He was playing for the New York Knicks. He was playing for the New York Knicks. Austin Rivers could have been with the New York Knicks. Austin Rivers with the New York Knicks. They might be up 2-0 right now. Now, I understand that Austin Rivers had to go because contractually you got Derrick Rose up in there, so it facilitated Austin Rivers being pushed out the door. But when I think about that damn Alfred Payton and the way that he's been struggling, and how we got to take 32-year-old Derrick Rose, and we got to work him like a workhorse, and hope and pray that he saves the day. I think about how Austin Rivers could have been in the New York Knicks. That's what I was thinking about last night. When I watched Austin Rivers drill those threes, I said, he's supposed to be with us. He's supposed to be with us here in Atlanta right now, getting ready to reclaim home court advantage. Matter of fact, would have had to reclaim it because if Austin Rivers was there somehow with Derrick Rose, they would have been up 2-0.
That's what I was thinking about. Someone get this man some help.
That's what I was thinking about. That's what I'm saying.
Is there a mental health professional in the Atlanta area? Get to Stephen A. Smith's studio right now. This man needs help.
Yeah, you're
the question was about the Nuggets and the Blazers. How do you turn this into the Knicks?
Because he was on the Knicks. He was on the Knicks this season. This season. Not last year, not 2 years ago. He was there this season. He was right there. He was right there. He would have helped us be up 2-0.
Anything else in life?
You can't.
I mean,
you can't.
People are starving. There's a lot of things happening.
He needs help.
Oh, my gosh. All right, and I sound like
I love you, brother, but you need help.
Ahead on First Take, did the NBA come down hard enough on those fans who came after players aggressively? Max Kellerman, what would be a bigger failure? The Knicks losing in the first round or the Nets losing in the finals?
Obviously, the Knicks losing in the first round. I'm not trying to hear, just like Stephen A. said, I'm not talking about what was. I'm talking about right now. You reset expectations. I'm not trying to hear, well, the expectations in the beginning of the season, those have been totally reset. The Knicks come in as a higher seed than Atlanta. They had home court. It's going to be a tough series. If they lose it, they lost in the first round to a lower seed, no matter how you slice it. If the Nets win lose in the finals, the big three that's played 10 games together, including the regular season and postseason so far, with KD coming off a catastrophic injury, with Harden hurt most of the year, joined the team once the season began, with Kyrie missing all those games, no time to develop rhythm or chemistry. If they get all the way to the finals and lose to, say, the defending champion Lakers, you know what they're going to have to do? Even to get to the finals, they're going to have to go through Milwaukee, right? Or is it going to be the Sixers? Or is it going to be some other combination of good Eastern Conference teams? Milwaukee, we just said. Everyone's saying, hey, they might go all the way this year. Look, by the way, look what Budenholzer's done with the whole thing. And Giannis doesn't have to initiate the offense anymore. I was just told they have a big three in Milwaukee, plus guys like Bryn Forbes and guys like that. Look at the Philadelphia 76ers defense. Thibault emerges with Simmons and Danny Green and Embiid and all the shooting with Seth Curry and everyone else. You mean to tell me you get through all that and then you get to the Lakers and lose in the finals, and that's a bigger disappointment than getting bumped by a lower seed in the first round? Get out of here.
You know, Max Kellerman, I usually would be tempted to say is Spot Kellerman at work again, but I'm not going to call you Spot Kellerman. Your new name is Vicky. You know who Vicky is, Max?
Vicky.
Who's that?
Remember Vicky, Max?
From where?
iRobot with Will Smith, the computer.
Yes, I do
My
remember
logic is
iRobot.
undeniable.
I don't remember Vicky exactly.
That's right. No,
I don't know
she's
if I
the
like
robot.
being called Vicky.
It's the robot. It's the system. It says my
Right.
logic is undeniable. My logic is undeniable.
that is
That's
true.
you, Max Kellerman, because that's
Yes.
how you feel.
Maybe I am
Because you're
Vicky.
thinking about Philly. You're thinking about Milwaukee, and that's where you are with it. Clearly, you have no pulse for New York anymore. I don't even know why you're around. I don't even know why you tell people you have a residence in New York. Why don't you just leave town? You have no idea what you're talking about when you talk about what will happen.
Where are you
Understand
right
something
now?
here,
Where
man.
are you right
Let me
now?
go. I'm only in the ATL because the Knicks are here.
I
New
don't
York
presently
stands
have
up.
a residence in Los Angeles. Do you, Molly?
I don't have one in Los Angeles
anybody-
either.
Oh, okay. Sorry. Excuse me.
All right,
Excuse me.
we here.
I'm just saying I don't.
We here, okay?
That's all I'm saying.
We here, all right? Here's the deal, y'all. If you look at the New York Knicks, okay, I understand what your point is, Max, in all seriousness, when you talk about the first round. But what I'm saying to you is I get to lean on the expectations you had coming into the season. Nobody expected anything from the New York Knicks. And here they are winning 41 of 72 games, going 41 and 31, being a fourth seed. And by the way, you had identical records to the Atlanta Hawks and the Miami Heat. And when you look at the Atlanta Hawks, led by Trae Young, with Bogdanovich, with Collins, with Hunter and these boys, these brothers can play. And so when you look at them, you like them a lot, and you recognize the fact that from a talent perspective, they actually have more talent than the New York Knicks. It's just that Thibodeau's exceptionally at coaching defense, and the New York Knicks are grinders, so you come playoff time, that could propel you to victory over a superior talented team. When you look at that, and you say, if you lose in the first round to the Atlanta Hawks, all right, we didn't like that, but damn, we had a good season. KD comes to Brooklyn. Kyrie starts off the season and don't want to talk to anybody and bringing up everything from the Israeli-Palestinian conflict to stuff that's going on in the inner city communities. And we applaud his philanthropy, his political conscience, his political conscience, and all of this stuff. We applaud all of that. But when you look at that combined with Harden and how he came from Houston to Brooklyn, and you take into account their resume, Kyrie, champion, KD, two-time champion, two-time NBA Finals MVP, James Harden, 3-4-time scoring champion, okay? Former league MVP, the combination of the three, the most prolific offense, and you said it yourself, when all is said and done, these brothers will be the greatest offense we've ever seen. To come up short in New York City, with everybody in the streets raving about the New York Knicks, it'll be a bigger failure for the Nets not to win the chip than for the New York Knicks to lose in the first round.
No, because the Nets will have taken control of New York by then if they make it all the way to the finals. And the town can flip, at least
Brooklyn.
Temporarily.
Just Brooklyn.
At least temporarily. I remember in '86, the Mets took the city from the Yankees. It wasn't permanent, but it was for a year or two, maybe 3 years. The Mets had the New York more than the Yankees did. I remember this. The town can flip at least temporarily. What? Yeah.
How long did the Mets have New York?
Between
How long?
86 and 88, I would say it was a Mets town.
You need to be tested. That is not true.
It is.
When they made their run and they won the World Series year, the Mets
check
had
the
New
attendance
York for 2 or 3.
Check the attendance. Check the TV ratings.
And my godson Nicholas, is that what you did? A different kind of orange? They must
Let's
have been
not
special.
go down
They
this
have
rabbit
never
hole.
had